Good morning, friends. In the previous lecture, we started the 7th chapter, that was the coordinate geometry, and we also studied there the first topic, that was the distance formula. Right now, in this topic, the distance formula, we are going to move further with some different types of questions. For that, friends, I would like to give you some keynotes. These keynotes are basically those points that you have already studied in the previous years, right? That we need to understand how you can identify a quadrilateral, how you can identify a triangle, or how you can say that the points are collinear. As we are dealing with the points now, points, that means the coordinates, right? As we are dealing with the coordinates, we will be given some points, and we need to judge whether they are collinear, whether they form a triangle, whether they form a quadrilateral. If they form a triangle, then what type of a triangle will they form? If they form a quadrilateral, then what type of quadrilateral will they form, and so on. So we will discuss it here itself, and then we shall directly move on to the sums. So the important keynotes is, first one, if 3 points are collinear, then the sum of distance between the points is equal to the total distance. This is the thing you need to remember, that if 3 points are collinear, friends, you cannot say that 2 points are collinear, because they will always be collinear. Now, what do you mean by collinear? Collinear means that all of these 3 points lie on the same line, right? If 3 points lie on the same line, then they are known as collinear points, right? So if 3 points are collinear, then the sum of the distance between the points is equal to the total distance. Let me say, for example, if I am having 3 points A, B and C, all these collinear, then you can write it down that AB plus BC is equals to AC, where AB is the distance between the points A and B, BC is the distance between the points B and C, and AC is equals to the distance between the point A and C, right? So that is the sum of distance between the points is equals to the total distance. Is it clear? So that is the thing for collinear. Then let us say that if these 3 points form a triangle, then what? If the 3 points are non-collinear, then the points form a triangle. Friends, if the 3 points are non-collinear, if they are collinear, then they will be on a straight line. But what if they are non-collinear? If they are non-collinear, then they will form a triangle. Now, what kind of a triangle do we have? Is the first one is a scalene triangle, the second one is an isosceles triangle, the third one is a right angle triangle or right triangle. Sorry. Right. So these 3 triangles basically we can identify. Scalene, that means the distance of all the 3 sides will be different, right? This is what is known as a scalene triangle. Isosceles triangle, if we find out the distance of all the 3 sides, and if we get any 2 of the distances as same, then we will get isosceles triangle. And for a right angle triangle, the sum of the squares of the sides making right angle is equals to the square of the third side. You need to remember this. This, friends, we have already studied previously, so I am not going to continue with this here right now, right? Scalene, that means all the three sides are of different lengths, or all the three sides will have different lengths, isosceles triangle, that means all the three sides when found will give you any of the two sides as same length. In right angle triangle or right triangle, that is the sum of the squares of this side making right angle is equals to the square of the third side. So that is, if the points are non-collinear, they will form a triangle. And the third one, if the points, or if 4 points are given, if the 4 points given form a quadrilateral, then the quadrilateral will be of either the first one is a square, the second one is a rectangle, the third one is a rhombus, the fourth one, that is a parallelogram. Right? These 4 quadrilaterals that we are going to study here. Is it clear, friends? So if we need to identify that whether the 4 points given to you form a quadrilateral or not, then that 4 points will form a quadrilateral from either one of this, right? Either one of this. So in a square we will have equal sides, or all sides equal. Let me write it like all sides equal, all sides equal, and diagonals all sides equal and equal diagonals, right? So this will be a square. A rectangle will have opposite sides equal and again equal diagonals, right? Then a rhombus will have all sides equal and unequal diagonals. Okay, friends, and the last one, that is a parallelogram, will have opposite sides equal and unequal diagonals. So this is how you can identify the quadrilateral, that if it is a square, then it will have all the sides equal and all the diagonals equal, right? So you can simply say that for a square, for identifying a square, if you get the length, the distance between all the points is equal and the distance between the diagonals is also equal, then it will form a square. If we have the opposite sides equal and equal diagonals, then it will form a rectangle, and same as that for the rhombus and parallelogram. So friends, this were the key notes that you need to remember, while in the next topic or in the next kind of sums, if you identify the shapes that you are given, whether they are collinear, whether they form a triangle, or whether they form a quadrilateral. Is it clear, friends? So I think you might have noted this down, and let us see the example that how these keynotes work, where the points are given, whether 3 or 4. So the first example that I am having here is the points given are 3, 2, minus 2, minus 3, and 2, 3 form a triangle. If so, name it, right? If so, then name it. Name it, that means name the triangle. Name the triangle means, again friends, either of these three, that whether it is a scalene triangle, whether it is a right angle triangle, or whether it is an isosceles triangle, right? So we need to name it whether we are having the required or the available triangle is either of these three. So let us see the solution here. Let A 3, 2, we shall name the points here first. 3, 2, B -2, -3, and C 2, 3. So friends, once we get the names here, now we shall move on to the solution. Therefore, first of all, finding out AB. This AB will be found out using the distance formula. Therefore, applying the distance formula, we get that is AB is equals to square root of -2 -3 whole square plus -3 -2 whole square, right? That is equals to square root of -5 square plus -5 square. That gives me, that is equals to square root of 25 plus 25, and hence AB is equals to square root of 50. Is it clear, friends? So we get here AB. Therefore, AB is equals to root 50. We got this first distance here, the distance between the points A and B, right? Now we shall find out similarly the distance between the remaining 2 points also, that is BC and AC. Now we shall find out BC. BC is equals to square root of, that is 2 minus -2 square plus 3 minus -3 square. Which gives me square root of, friends, what is minus minus plus? So that will give me 2 plus 2 square plus 3 plus 3 square, right? What is 2 plus 2? 4. And what is square of 4? That gives me 16. So friends, we will have this as square root of 16 plus 36, right? 2 plus 2 is 4 and square of 4 is 16. 3 plus 3 is 6 and 6 square is 36. Therefore, BC is equals to square root of 52. So we got the second distance, that is BC, which is square root of 52, right? Now friends, once we get these two, now we shall find out the third distance, that is AC. Therefore, we will have AC is equals to square root of, that is 2 minus 3 whole square plus 3 minus 2 whole square, which gives me, which is equals to square root of minus 1 square plus 1 square. What is minus 1 square? It is again 1, so that will be square root of 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2. Therefore, AC is equals to root 2. Right? So we got here AB, BC and AC. Now friends, once we get this, we need to identify the logic behind this, that how it works. So to identify the logic, if we have AB equals to root 50, what will be AB square? AB square is equals to 50 because we shall square it on both the sides. So here, now here AB square is equals to 50. Similarly, BC square is equals to 52 and AC square is equals to 2. So let me write it down here. AB square is equals to 50, BC square is equals to 52, and AC square is equals to 2, right? So these three distances we got here. Therefore we can say that AB square plus AC square is equals to BC square. Yes or no? How? Let me explain you. AB square plus AC square. What is AB square? 50. AC square 2. So 50 plus 2 is 52, which is equals to BC square. Therefore AB square plus AC square is equals to BC square. So we got this logic here between the points, right? And we can see that if the square of any two sides, if the sum of the square of any two sides is equal to the square of the third side, so this is the sum square of both the sides AB and AC equals to the square of the third side. Hence, therefore the given points form a right triangle. Which triangle will this be formed? It will be formed a right triangle. Is it clear, friends? Now first of all, you were asked to find out that do these points form a triangle. So your answer would be yes, this forms a triangle, because again it gives us AB plus AC is equals to BC. You need to find the values, right? You need to find out the values. So in this way, friends, you can solve this type of question. So this was the question where it is asked to find out that what triangle is it forming. Okay. So that the next one, show that the points 1,7, 4,2, -1, -1 and -4, are the vertices of a square. So friends, here the question is given like you need to show that this forms a square. This forms a square, that means we need to check whether the distance between the points, all 4 points, that is AB, BC, CD and AD, is equal, and we also need to check whether the diagonals are of same length. Okay, so here let the points be A -1,7, B 4,2, C -1, -1 and D -4,4. So we have taken these 4 points here as A, B, C and D. Therefore applying the distance formula, we get the length, the distance between the points, that means the lengths of the side, that is AB is equals to square root of 4 minus -1 square plus 2 minus 7 whole square. So here, friends, sorry, I might have made a mistake here while writing. that is a 1 comma 7. I have written minus 1 comma 7. So that is 4 minus 1 whole square and 2 minus 7 whole square. Okay, now we need to write down what is 4 minus 1, 3, that is square root of 3 square plus minus 5 square, right? What is 3 square? 9, minus 5 square, 25. So 9 plus 25, that is equals to root 34. Is it clear, friends? So we got AB equals to root 34. This will be 9 and this will be 25. 25 plus 9 is 34. Similarly, we shall find out BC, that is again square root of minus 1 minus 4 square plus minus 1 minus 2 square, right? That is square root of minus 5 square plus minus 3 square. Check it, friends. Minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5 and minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. So minus 5 square is again 25. This is minus 3 square, that is 9. 25 plus 9 is again 34. So the answer is root 34, right? Similarly, we shall also find out CD. Again square root of minus 4 minus minus 1 square plus 4 minus minus 1 square, right? So minus 4, this will be minus minus plus 1 and minus 4 plus 1, that is minus 3. So we get square root of minus 3 square plus 5 square, because again, friends, the logic that applies here is the same logic that applies here, because minus of minus 1 is plus 1 and in the second bracket also minus of minus 1 is plus 1. So that is minus 4 plus 1 minus 3 square and 4 plus 1, that is 5 square. Again minus 3 square 9 and 5 square 25. So 9 plus 25 will be again root 34, right? So we got this 3, AB, BC and CD as same. Let us confirm with AD, that is again square root of minus 4 minus 1 whole square plus 4 minus 7 whole square. What is minus 4 minus 1? We will get minus 5, that is square root of minus 5 square plus minus 3 square, right? As you can see here, we got the same logics, right? So what is minus 5 square? 25 minus 3 square 9 will give me a total of 34. So the answer here is again root 34. Okay, friends, so you can see clearly that in AB, BC, CD and AD we got all four distances same as root 34. So the first part, to prove that these 4 points form a square, is completed. That means all the sides are of same length. Now let us confirm it with the diagonals. So friends, you can simply see that the opposite pair of coordinates or opposite pair of points will form a diagonal. So this A will make a diagonal with C and B will make a diagonal with D. So we shall also find out AC, that is square root of 1 minus minus 1 square plus 7 minus minus 1 square, right? What is minus minus 1? Plus 1, and here also minus minus 1 is plus 1. So friends, here this will become square root of 1 plus 1, 2 square plus 8 square. That will be giving you square root of 68, because 2 square is 4 and 8 square is 64. So this gives me square root of 68. Is it clear, friends? Right, so we got the first diagonal AC as root 68, and we will also find out BD, that is square root of 4 minus minus 4 square plus 2 minus 4 whole square. So again 4 minus minus, that will become plus. So 4 plus 4 is 8 and 2 minus 4 is minus 2. So that becomes square root of 8 square plus minus 2 square, which is equals to root 68. Right? So we got these two, 68 and 68. So as you can see friends, that the sides are of same length and the diagonals are also of same length. Therefore, as the sides are of equal length and the diagonals are also equal, it forms a square. Right? As the diagonals are equal and the sides are of equal lengths, this given 4 points are the vertices of a square, or it forms a square, and that is proved, you can say. Is it clear friends? So this is how you can use the distance formula to check whether the given vertices forms a square, forms a triangle, or forms any of the quadrilaterals. Okay, now let us see the third kind of question. So the first one we seen about a triangle, the second one we seen about a quadrilateral, and the third one we shall see about a collinearity. That check whether the points P3, 1, Q 6, 4 and R 8, 6 are collinear or not. Check whether these 3 points given to us are collinear or not. We just need to check their collinearity. So we shall use the condition that distance between the 2 points is equals to, sum of the distance between the 2 points is equals to the total distance. So here, applying the distance formula, friends, as you can see that we are already given the names of the points, so we are not going to let them. It is already given that P, Q and R are the given points, so we are not going to let them. So directly applying the distance formula, we get PQ, that is equals to square root of 6 minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 1 whole square. So what is this? 6 minus 3, that is 3 square plus again 3 square, which is equals to root 18. Right, because 3 square is 9 and the rest 3 square is also 9, and 9 plus 9 is 18. Similarly, we shall find out QR, that is square root of 8 minus 6 whole square plus 6 minus 4 whole square. So 8 minus 6 is 2. Sorry, my mistake friends. 8 minus 6 is 2, so we shall write 2 square plus 6 minus 4 is again 2, that is also 2 square, which gives me root 8. Right, and friends, the last one, that is PR. Therefore we also write PR as square root of 8 minus 3 whole square plus 6 minus 1 whole square. What is 8 minus 3 friends? 3 plus 6 minus 1, that is 5. 8 minus 3 is 5, my mistake friends. 5 square plus again this is 5 square, which is square root of 50, right? Now friends, looking at these three, you cannot judge whether they will be same or not. But what if you can write now PQ, that is root 18, this can be written as square root of 9 into 2, which is equals to 3 root 2, right? Similarly, we can also write QR. QR is equals to root 8, so this can be written as 4 into 2, which is 2 root 2, and PR is equals to root 50. This can be written as square root of 25 into 2, which is 5 root 2, right? So we have seen that PQ equals to this, QR equals to this, and PR equals to this. Now you can simply see that therefore PQ, what is this? PQ plus QR, therefore PQ plus QR. What is PQ here friends? 3 root 2. So that is 3 root 2 plus 2 root 2, that is equals to 5 root 2, which is equals to PR. So you can say that adding PQ and QR will give me PR. Therefore P, Q and R are collinear points. Hence it is done, right? Check whether these are collinear or not. So yes, they are collinear, where PQ plus QR is equals to PR. Okay friends, so this is how you can check whether they are collinear or not. So first example that we solved was of the triangles. Second example we solved is of the quadrilateral forming a square or not, and the third one is about a collinear. Okay friends, now let us move on to the next example. Okay, now the next kind of example is find a relation. The question given to you here is the fourth one. Find a relation between x and y such that the point x comma y such that the point x comma y is equidistant from the points that is 7 comma 1 and 3 comma 5, right? We need to find out such a relation between x and y which says that the point x comma y is equidistant. The point x comma y is equidistant from the points 7 comma 1 and 3 comma 5. So let us see how this question can be solved. Friends, first of all, here let A 7 comma 1 and b, or let me say that let a 7 comma 1 b 3 comma 5 and p x comma y. These are the 3 points that is given to us, that is a71, b35 and p x comma y. Now given that 71, sorry friends, now given that x comma y is equidistant from a71 and b35. This is given that x comma y is equidistant from a71 and b35. Therefore ap or pa is equals to pb. Right? See friends, equidistant, what do you mean by equidistant? The meaning of this word equidistant, that means equal distance. Equal distance. And equal distance, if I say that this is my a, this is my a 7 comma 1 and this is my point b 3 comma 5, right? If I am having a point p here which is at equal distance, equidistant or equal distance, so this is my point p x comma y, right? So you can say that the distance between the points p and a, this is exactly same as that of the distance between the point p and b, right? Is it clear? So if this point is equidistant from a71 and b35, then the distance between the points PA and PB are equal. That means PA is equals to PB now. Okay friends, so let me erase this. This is just for the understanding purpose. Therefore PA is equals to PB, and hence squaring on both the sides we get PA square is equals to PB square. First, if you apply the distance formula and then apply the squaring, then also it is correct. But if you apply the squaring first and then now if you apply the distance formula, that is also correct. So PA square will be written without the square root now, that is x minus 7 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square is equals to x minus 3 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square, right? So this is the distance formula applied without the square root, because we have already made the squares of the distance in the previous step. Okay, so therefore this gives me, expanding using the identities, algebraic identities, we get x square minus 14x plus 49 plus y square minus 2y plus 1 is equals to x square minus 6x plus 9 plus y square minus 10y plus 25. Right? Now see, as this is both the terms are on the opposite side of equals, you can cancel out directly the common terms x square and the y square. So let us try to resolve this. Minus the remaining thing, minus 14x minus 2y plus 50 is equals to minus 6x minus 10y plus 34. Right? Now we shall take these two terms here and the rest of the thing here. Therefore minus 14x, this minus will become plus 6x minus 2y, this will become plus 10y, and that is equals to 34 minus 50. So I've taken the constant term on the right side and the variables on the left side. So minus 14 plus 6, therefore it is minus 8x plus 8y is equals to minus 16. If you take minus sign common, that will become minus 8 into x minus y is equals to minus 16. Hence you can cancel this directly by 2. So that will give me, therefore x minus y is equals to 2, or x equals to y plus 2. So this is our required relation with the variables x and y that is required to us, or it is asked to us in the given question, right? So this is our required condition or relation between x and y. So this was about finding out the relation. Now we shall solve some more examples. The fifth one, check whether five minus 2, check whether 5 minus 2, 6, 4 and 7 minus 2 are the vertices of an isosceles triangle. Check whether these three are the vertices of an isosceles triangle or not. So let us say that here let P be 5 minus 2, Q 6, 4 and R 7 minus 2, right? So these are the three given vertices and we need to check that whether they are forming an isosceles triangle or not. Therefore, applying the distance formula, PQ is equals to square root of 6 minus 5 whole square plus 4 minus minus 2 whole square, right? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and its square root. So this gives me square root of 6 minus 5, that is 1, and 4 minus minus 2, that is 6, because minus minus will become plus. This is bracket, minus minus will become plus. Okay. So what is this? 6 square 36 plus 1, that is equals to root 37. So we got the first distance PQ. Similarly, let us find out QR, that is square root of 7 minus 6 whole square plus minus 2 minus 4 whole square. So again this is equals to square root of 1 square plus minus 6 square. Minus 6 square is again 36 and 1 square is 1. So 36 plus 1 is equals to 37. So we got the second distance as 37, that is root 37. Let us confirm with the another one, that is PR, which is equals to square root of 7 minus 5 whole square plus minus 2 minus minus 2 whole square, right? So that gives me seven minus 5, that is 2, and minus 2 minus minus plus 2, minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So that is square root of 2 square plus 0 square, which is equals to 2. So we get PR equals to 2 as PQ equals to QR, triangle PQR so formed is an isosceles triangle. It is an isosceles triangle because we got any of the two sides. Here we got PQ and QR as equal, so they will be forming an isosceles triangle, right? So this is how you can check whether they are forming a triangle, quadrilateral, or anything else. Now, moving on to the sixth sum, that is in a classroom, there are four friends. There are four friends sitting at some distances from each other. Check whether check whether not check the quadrilateral, check the quadrilateral so formed by them. Now friends, this classroom is being given in the form of a graph. So let me draw the graph here, and we shall simply note down the points. We shall not draw the whole thing here, right? So drawing the graph here, this is the classroom. We are going to note it on the first quadrant. This is X, this is Y, right? The friends are sitting here somewhere in this classroom. The first one is sitting here, A. The second one is sitting here. The third one is again sitting here, and the fourth one is sitting here. So this is my A, that is 3, 4. This is my B, that is 6, 7. This is my C, that is 9, 4, and this is my D, that is 6, 1. So these are the four friends sitting here in this classroom at 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 4, and 6, 1. We need to check the quadrilateral so formed by them. So here, given A 3, 4, B 6, 7, C 9, 4, and D 6, 1, right? So these are given here. Now to check whether this forms a quadrilateral or no, or which quadrilateral do they form, we need to apply the distance formula. Therefore, applying the distance formula, what do we get here? That is, first of all, we shall get AB, right? Applying the distance formula, we shall get AB, that is square root of 6 minus 3 whole square plus 7 minus 4 whole square. What is 6 minus 3, friends? That is 3 square plus 7 minus 4 is also 3. So 3 square is 9 plus 9, that is equals to root 18. So we got AB is equals to root 18. Is it clear, friends? So applying the distance formula, we get this first distance AB as root 18. Similarly, let us find out BC also. BC, that means square root of 9 minus 6 whole square plus 4 minus 7 whole square. What is 9 minus 6? 3. 4 minus 7, that is minus 3. So 3 square plus minus 3 square. What is 3 square? 9. Minus 3 square is also 9. 9 plus 9, that becomes root 18. So we got BC as root 18. Now we shall find out the third distance, that is CD. So CD is equals to square root of, that is 6 minus 9 whole square plus 1 minus 4 whole square, right? What is 6 minus 9? Minus 3. 1 minus 4 is also minus 3. So that gives me square root of minus 3 square plus minus 3 square. What is minus 3 square? Plus 3. Yes or no? Plus 9. That is not minus 3 square plus 3. That is 9. So 9 plus 9, that is again root 18. Is it clear, friends? So we get the distance here as root 18. Now finding out the fourth distance, that is AD, which is square root of 6 minus 3 whole square plus 1 minus 4 whole square. So that is equals to square root of 3 square plus minus 3 square, which gives me again root 18, because 3 square is 9 and minus 3 square is also 9. So this will give me root 18. Is it clear? So friends, in this way we found out all the distances between AB, BC, CD and AD. Now let us check for the opposite sides. So AC, for finding out AC, we will have square root of 9 minus 4 whole square plus 9 minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 4 whole square. What is 9 minus 3, friends? That is 6. So 6 square plus 0 square, that is square root of 36, which is again 6. Right, so we got the opposite sides, the distance, we got the diagonal, that means distance between the opposite vertices A and C as 6, and we shall also find out BD, that is square root of 6 minus 6 whole square plus 7 minus 1 whole square. That gives me 0 square plus 6 square, which is equals to square root of 36, and hence it is 6. So friends, what can you observe here from these distances that we have found out? So observing here that we are having AB, BC, CD and AD as equal, and we are having AC and BD as also equal. So AC and BD are equal. This AB, BC, CD and AD are all four equal. Hence, therefore, here I can write that AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD, and AC is equals to BD. right? Therefore the given points form a square, right? So the given points form a square because all the four sides are having same length, that is AB, BC, CD and AD, and the diagonals are also of the same length. So this forms a square. The given vertices forms a square. Okay friends.